Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. We are all new here, so hello, my name is Melody. I'm a press-on nail artist and I sell my press-on nails on nailsbymelody.com. So go and find me there if you want to find the results of everything that I'm trying here. My first video is going to be a first impressions of the Melodysusie Efile. Not made by me, despite the name. I'll explain in the clip, but basically if you're using an e-file and you are going to be using it on nail clients, you would need to be fully qualified, but as I am just using them on my press-ons, I don't need to be. So yeah, if you want to see how it goes for somebody who's unqualified deciding to buy an e-file from Amazon, then keep watching. So I've got my Amazon parcel. This came in a day, funnily enough. Get this open. So comes like this, sheen nail drill. Move you up like that. Bring your beauty salon home. So we're going in completely blind. Use the manual. So you get the drill itself, which feels quite sturdy or heavy, not like the one that I bought from eBay a few years ago. Your drill bits, and then some sanding blocks. They're probably not called that. So I'm going to have a quick read of this and then be back. So it didn't really say much, to be honest. It just basically said if you have regular manicures, you could get damage. And it gave a little brief explanation about what each of these are for. It doesn't actually say how to attach the sanding. I know that they're called something, but I don't know what. But I think maybe it goes over this one. So basically, as I said, this will never be used on a client. This is purely for my press-ons, just making the process a bit faster for me in terms of shaping the nails down. So let's give it a go. Plug it in. Right, there's a red light that's come onto the plug. This has got a... Let's have a look. Can you see? I think it's forward, reverse, and then off, and then with a speed control. That feels quite... I don't know. This section feels quite cheap compared to this. Right, so that's plugged in. Should we put a bit on just to see if it works? Let's make sure it's not turned on. No, it's in the middle section. So I'm just going to push that in, I think. It's got quite a lot of resistance. It doesn't really say if it should be in a certain amount. Attach the drill bit firmly to the head. So it is still going. Right, and there's no buttons on the actual thing, so it's all from this. And there we go. So there's forward and reverse. Oh, I think that's breaking the sound barrier, but you can hear it's getting faster or slower. So actually, so far, so decent. It actually turns on, which is more than I was expecting. from something for £20. So yeah, £19.99 from Amazon, delivered next day with Prime. Let's get a nail and see what happens. So I've just got 2 of my nails, and these are exactly what I bought this for. So the extra wide fit is something that I specialise in my shop, for press-ons for people who have wider nails than maybe you would be able to get in the drugstore or in Boots, and sometimes they need to be filed down slightly. So I'm just going to see. This feels, it's quite stiff to press in, so it feels like you're going to break it, even though I'm sure you're not. So I'm just going to see if this works. So it has taken down some of the length of the side walls, but it was quite tricky to get it to take it down from the tip. I'm just going to try and speed it up slightly and see if that makes a difference. Right, so you can see it's quite hard to control. Obviously, this is the first time I've ever used it. I've got absolutely no training when it comes to e-files. If you are going to be using an e-file on a client, you need to be trained, otherwise your insurance won't be covered. This is creating a lot of dust. So I think it will be okay. Another thing that I wanted to try was to see if it was going to be better to buff up the actual the surface of the nail, because I buff the nails before I put the gel polish on, just to make sure that they've got something to adhere to. So let's try one of the sanding blocks. Perfect. So exactly as I thought, the largest drill bit, you can just slot these off and on. And I think these are relatively cheap. I mean, the amount that they've sent me, I would imagine that they are. So let's see how this goes with actually buffing the surface of the nail. I do feel very professional, even though I'm sure if there's anybody that knows what they're doing, they're screaming at me. This is too fast now, I think. Overall, not too bad on that one, I would say. That's created a lot of dust, but, you know, let's see what one of these small ones does. Polish nail edge. Let's go with the needle head and see if we can just make that a bit cleaner on the tip. Yes, very dusty, but we're just going to try and neaten that up. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Okay, so I think I probably would. I mean, I'm sure practice makes perfect. I mean, certificates make perfect, let's be honest. But it's quite interesting to just see that it is actually quite powerful. So yeah, first go, buffing. Really, really well done on that, actually. Quite loud, but yeah. So, yeah, I think a lot, I remember buying an very cheap Efile on Amazon quite a few years ago. Maybe like this was £20, which is very affordable. The one I bought before was battery powered. This is mains powered. It feels a very good quality. All these lights, bless me. Yeah, so I'm sure if anybody is watching this who knows what they're doing with one of these, they're rolling their eyes at me maybe. But the reason I bought it was to speed up taking the lengths off of some nails, shaping them and things like that. So I'm sure that if I practice a bit and get the hang of it, then maybe it won't be too bad. So if you're looking for something, like I said, that you're not going to be using on people, if you are not qualified, if you're doing the same sort of thing as me, if you're selling press-ons and you're looking for something to help shape the nails and things like that, then I would highly recommend. Thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. I don't really know what the liking does, but everybody says it, so smash that like button. Please subscribe. I'll be doing lots of videos testing nail varnishes, tutorials about how to make press-on nails, maybe a bit of info about how I run my shop and things like that. So if any of that is of interest to you, then please subscribe. Watch all of the video, that helps as well. I've been watching all the tips and tricks. And yeah, we will see you soon. Goodbye.